be real for a second, guys. The Hawthorne family dynamic has always been a massive powder keg just waiting for a match, and it looks like we are finally seeing some sparks fly. In the latest episodes, we witnessed a moment that left Jacob Hawthorne absolutely stunned. Can you believe it? Elon Hawthorne, the man who practically breathes his police chief badge, is actually taking time out of his day to have a sit-down lunch with his estranged son, Isaiah. Jacob was visibly shocked when Elon casually dropped this information. For years, Jacob has been the golden boy, the son who followed in his father's law enforcement footsteps, while Isaiah was cast aside, judged, and neglected. So, seeing Elon make this effort is a massive shift. But as we soon find out, this wasn't entirely Elon's grand epiphany. Elon admitted that this lunch was actually Darlene's idea. Darlene is desperately trying to glue her fractured family back together after the terrifying tornado and Eva's near-death liver transplant experience. But Elon also confessed that he genuinely wants to mend fences with Isaiah. Jacob, knowing his father's terrible track record with emotions, gave him the best advice possible. Stick to safe topics like the weather, and for the love of God, just listen. Don't interrogate him. Don't judge him. Just listen. But knowing Elon, we all know that is going to be a monumental task. But the real meat of the drama happens the second Elon walks out of the precinct. The moment the chief is out of sight, Detective Marcel Malone swoops in like a vulture circling its prey. Marcel pulls Jacob aside for a highly secretive, off-the-books conversation right there in the police station. Marcel hands Jacob a thick file and pitches what he calls a good case. He tells Jacob about a parolee who supposedly holds crucial, high-level information that could crack their ongoing investigations wide open. But here is the kicker. To get this information, Marcel suggests that Jacob needs to go deep undercover inside a maximum security prison. Yes, you heard that right. A prison undercover stint. Are you kidding me? After everything Jacob has just survived with the plasma ring sting, this is where my alarm bells started ringing at maximum volume. I have to put my personal theory out there because this entire setup reeks of a deadly trap. I firmly believe that Marcel Malone has a sinister, hidden agenda when it comes to... Let's look at the facts. I keep thinking about how Marcel is deeply embedded in something shady. He is absolutely not the righteous, clean cop he pretends to be. Many fans think he is just an ambitious detective trying to close cases, but I think he is a dirty mole. It is highly, highly probable that Marcel is actually working as an inside man for the leader of the plasma ring, none other than Heather Armstrong, the impaler herself. Think about it. We literally just saw Jacob overhearing Marcel joking on the phone with Leslie Thomas about handcuffs. Marcel is sleazy, he is compromised, and he is dangerous. If he is working for the Red Market Crime Syndicate, sending the one cop who is relentlessly hunting them down into a prison is the perfect way to eliminate the threat. Marcel isn't trying to give Jacob a career-boosting case. He is trying to silence him or lead him straight into a deadly ambush where he can be taken out without any police backup. However, Jacob does something that completely shocked Marcel. He politely declines the offer. Jacob thanks Marcel for the opportunity, but firmly states that he needs to stay close to home right now. And we all know exactly why he is making this choice. It is all about Naomi. My heart absolutely breaks for Jacob and Naomi right now. Jacob was completely MIA, buried in his previous undercover thug persona, when Naomi received the devastating news about her positive BRCA gene mutation. He missed one of the most terrifying moments of his wife's life because he was playing gangster for the precinct. The sheer amount of survivor's guilt and husbandly remorse Jacob is carrying right now is astronomical. He's absolutely terrified of leaving Naomi alone to wrestle with the terrifying reality of the BRCA variant and her potential double mastectomy, especially considering the generational trauma of breast cancer in her family, with her grandmother Anita just finishing chemotherapy. Jacob wants to be the fiercely devoted husband she needs. So he turns Marcel down flat, but let's not kid ourselves. soap fans. This is Jacob Hawthorne we are talking. The man is a dog with a bone when it comes to justice, especially after watching his best friend, Derek Baldwin, take a bullet meant for him in that plasma ring warehouse. Derek died a hero, and that loss has completely shattered Jacob's psyche. Even though Jacob verbally declined the undercover mission to stay by Naomi's side, Marcel still handed him that file. And there is zero chance Jacob is just going to toss that file in the trash without looking at it. I guarantee you, in the dead of night, while Naomi is sleeping, Jacob is going to open that folder. He is going to read every single page, analyzing every detail. And if there is even the slightest microscopic clue in that file that connects to David Azarian Doctor, Leo Whitmore, Heather Armstrong, or the Impaler's plasma ring, Jacob is going to be pulled right back into the darkness. He won't be able to resist the urge to avenge Derek. It is a ticking time bomb for his marriage. And of course, secrets never stay buried in Fairmont Crest for long. It doesn't take much time for Chief Elon Hawthorne to catch wind of what Marcel tried to pull behind his back. When Elon finds out that Marcel tried to hand Jacob an incredibly dangerous undercover prison assignment, he absolutely loses. Elon is furious with Marcel at the station. And honestly, I don't blame him for snapping in this particular instance. Elon almost lost his son in that horrific warehouse shootout. The trauma of seeing Jacob in the crosshairs and watching Derek die is still fresh in Elon's mind. He is not about to let some shady detective push his golden boy back into the line of fire. Elon confronts Marcel and rips him a new one, making it crystal clear that Jacob is completely off limits for these rogue suicide missions. But this brings up a fascinating debate about Elon's character. A lot of viewers are pointing this out, and the user notes make a brilliant point. Elon is an incredibly greedy and hypocritical father. Let's unpack this psychology for a minute. On one hand, Elon wants the absolute prestige and glory of having a heroic, top-tier detective son. He loves parading Jacob around as the ultimate success story, constantly comparing Isaiah to him and making Isaiah feel like a failure. But the second the actual gritty, life-threatening reality of police work rears its ugly head, Elon panics. He wants the shiny badge and the commendations for his son, but he refuses to accept the danger that comes with it. He pushes Isaiah away for not being a hero like Jacob, but then he suffocates Jacob and actively blocks him from doing the very heroic police work he supposedly praises him for. It is a toxic, contradictory parenting style that is deeply damaging both of his sons. When Jacob explicitly tells Elon that he cannot and will not take the undercover assignment, he walks away, leaving Elon to direct all his boiling rage at Marcel. Elon's irritation with Marcel isn't just professional, it is deeply personal. He sees Marcel as a direct threat to his family's safety. But what Elon doesn't realize is that the true threat isn't the assignment itself, it is Marcel's hidden allegiance. By yelling at Marcel and asserting his dominance, Elon might have just painted a massive target on his own back. If Marcel truly is on the Impaler's payroll, having the chief of police breathing down his neck is going to make him desperate. And desperate men do incredibly dangerous things. Marcel might realize that as long as Elon is protecting Jacob, the red market will never be safe. So, where does this leave our characters moving forward? I predict that this file is going to be the explosive catalyst for the next massive storyline. Jacob is going to secretly investigate the parolee, lying to Naomi in the process. He will justify his deception by telling himself he is doing it to honor Derek's sacrifice, but it is going to shatter the fragile trust he and Naomi are desperately trying to rebuild. Naomi is already dealing with the heavy emotional burden of her health crisis. Discovering that Jacob is risking his life again might be the final straw that breaks their marriage. Meanwhile, Elon's attempt to reconcile with Isaiah is going to hit a massive roadblock when Isaiah realizes that Elon's obsession with Jacob's safety still overshadows everything else in the family dynamic. And as for Marcel Malone, his days are numbered. You cannot play both sides in Fairmont Crest without getting burned eventually. I think Jacob's secret investigation into the file is going to inadvertently expose Marcel as the dirty cop he truly is. Imagine the absolute shockwave that will send through the police department. Elon will be devastated that he harbored a traitor in his own precinct, and Jacob will realize that the call was coming from inside the house all along. The plasma ring storyline is far from over, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, I think we are just gearing up for the most explosive climax of the season. What do you guys think? Do you agree with my theory that Marcel is a dirty cop working for Heather Armstrong? Do you think Jacob will be able to resist the temptation of that file? Or is he destined to go rogue again and break Naomi's heart? And let me know your thoughts on Elon. Is he a fiercely protective father or a hypocritical, greedy man who wants the glory without the sacrifice? Drop all your thoughts, theories, and rants in the comment section below because I love reading what you guys come up with. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on all things Beyond the Gates. Until next time, stay safe, stay dramatic, and keep watching the gates.